And just to back up, you spoke about the kids, and I don't know because we went through a period where like this is like my brother. We like, we like, when they talk about the brother from another mother, we personify that. But we went through a hiatus of seeing each other,
Really?
He went. We actually used to live together, and he got married, and he was doing the family thing. So he did what he felt was necessary, and I, as his friend, as his brother, I gave him the space to do what he had to do. I didn't harp on him or nothing. He did his thing. So it went a long time where there was no communication, and I still was doing music. Matter of fact, that wheel started to really turn, and I started doing radio here locally, and we had started a super group called the Carolina Pathfinders with some other dope MCs that's from the area. We became like the Southern Wu-Tang Clan, and
Max was out of the picture the whole time now.
And he actually came up with the name Carolina Pathfinders, and he kind of drifted off.
Okay.
And I say what I'm getting into is back to my kids now. My kids are young at this time, so they came up watching this. My son, I did a song with my son. He came up with an idea for a song at 2.
Oh.
And I took him to the studio, and he came up with a song, and we did it. And
oh my gosh.
I used to take my daughter to the studio, so they watch this all of their lives. Now my son is an adult, my daughter is almost an adult, so they watch this. So my biggest thing, because of personal development, I'm always telling them goal setting, set goals, see your goal through. Anything you start, finish. So they know that the music didn't finish.
Yes.
So I can't scream at you, look, see your goals through if I didn't. And they're not gonna say that to me, but they gotta be thinking it. Well, Dad, they see me doing a lot of things, from running businesses and working, and just got my hands in a lot of things. So, to not see it through to some sort of completion is failing them as a parent. And just like Max said, but it's not just the kids, it's anybody. When you hear our story, we did music in the 90s, this is 20 years later, and to pick it back up, there's somebody that had a dream and they let it fall by the wayside for whatever reason. And they just let it go. A business partner was telling me, speaking with someone that worked in a hospice, or he was reading an article on hospice, and the last thoughts for someone is dying. They don't think about their mistakes, they think about the mistakes they didn't make because they didn't try, they didn't do it.
Right.
I don't want to be that person, and I don't want my kids to see that. And it's different for us because there's guys rapping our age. The best rapper in the game still, to me, is Jay-Z. Jay-Z will go down as the greatest of all time. We could debate it. There's people that hate on him for whatever reason, but when you look at his body of work, what he's done for the game, his influence on the game, and just when you strip all of that down and you just listen to his lyrics, he's nice. So I don't care what the subject matter is, he's nice. We're the same age. So, age plays no game in it. This is a youthful sport, but there is a space for Langston Hughes III. And there are a lot of guys that's our age that's doing music. However, what's the difference with us? We're starting as a new group. We were in the industry for a couple seconds. But we're actually starting as a new group, so for us to get out and to be successful, or even to attempt to do this, that could give the next person who said, I wanted to go back to school, I wanted to be a nurse, and because I had these kids, I stopped.
I had to put it on hold.
Exactly.
Stop.
And we fought it for a long time because I didn't love the music. I didn't even like the direction of what the music even sound like. I've pretty much been a hater, and it's just because I don't understand. So, and a lot of my contemporaries, you know, they talk about the youth and how the music is gone and they don't understand. And, you know, I fell in that category as well, and I had to check myself because, you know, that's just with anything. If the youth has it wrong, it's because we're not teaching them. And we can blame the industry, but this game didn't start in the industry, it started in the street. Yeah. So you got to show the youth, and they got to have to want an appreciation, but they can't appreciate it if you harping at them like, rah, rah, y'all don't know what it is, rah, you can't be that way. Because you think back when you're a kid and your parents telling you, oh, you're stupid, you do this, you did it this way, or this is how, and back in my day, you don't want to hear that. And these kids don't want to hear it, especially when they multi-millionaires. So to respect and understand the game, you have to be the example that you want to see. And
bring maturity to the art, basically.
Exactly. Yes. And it's because, like I said, there are people that's in the game that's older than us that's still making good music, but it's not in the forefront. If whatever you want, it's out there. You just got to search for it. But I think we will stand a testament to staying power, and it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter anything except what's in here. And then you make that move. Now there's people think that's corny, yeah, too old for that. What I look like, rhyming, I leave that for the young kids. That's cool, but we still have a passion for it. And we can stand toe to toe with whoever, young or old. But it's like, I respect what they're doing. I don't feel everything, but I respect it because that's their expression.
Yes.
But we can't down their expression, especially if you never ever took the time to say, look, I hear what you're doing, my man. Like, this is what was popping when I was coming through, to get a respect of the game. I had a respect for the music that was before me because I just love music. But if they don't have that, and it's hard, it's like, and you know, it's hard to tell them they not doing it right when they took their mother out the projects with this music that we don't like. It's not when they driving cars, like all these exotic cars, you can't tell them it's wrong. Or you can't tell, and it's not our place to do that because that's their expression. Because the same way we're looking at that, somebody was looking at NWA when we was in high school. So it's like, we stand as hope. It's like, I can still do this. Because there's somebody that's waiting for us to be successful to say, I can be successful at whatever they're doing.
Success, meaning that really, after all this work, you've just recently released your first new single, Carolina Shine. Let's talk about it. Where did it come from?
Wow. That is a funny story. Carolina Shine, I don't know. I heard the music years and years ago, coming from doing another song. We were recording a song called Clay Davis. I stumbled across a CD from a good friend and producer named Bryce Lampkin, and took it home with me. I was riding down 61, and
right here in
Charleston, from West Ashley to Somerville. That's my route going home, and I was just kind of, sampling through music, and then all of a sudden this very powerful song comes through the speakers, and I'm like, holy crap,
Was it the beat only? Was it music, or were there lyrics?
It was just music at that point. It was just the instrumental. But for me, songs tell a story before I even write a verse. They tell a story, and immediately, like, the chorus kind of like popped in my head. Back then.
Mm-hmm.
And for a minute, that's all I had was the chorus, and then just kind of built from there. Carolina Shine. At the time, how I was feeling, it was a rally cry for me myself to say, hey, you know what? It's time for me to get up off my ass and show the world, hey, you know, this is me. This is who I am. This is my talent. This is my God-given talent. All right? And that grew from being something personal to actually saying, you know what, this is something that we could give to someone else who will listen. You know, because I'm not a fool. I don't think everyone is going to be like, oh yeah, you know, this new hot song or whatever. It's for particular ears. You know, those who need it, they'll cling on to it and they'll get the message, because sometimes you have to encourage yourself in anything that you do. You have to say, hey, you know, come on, self, whoever your name is, you know, cousin Vanessa with the, you know, fuzzy lip.
Come on, Vlad.
You know, come on, Vlad. You know,
and Vlad living his dream.
Yeah, but Vlad is living his dream.
Yes, yeah.
And we're trying to get there.
Breath in my body, strong-willed and able. I aim to maintain in the world that's unstable. I aim to make a name or bring change to the table. Other than your fiction and your fabricated fable. Be the first about the stable. To be the state rep, cause Carolina to shine from every written line. She gave me refuge, in turn I gave her anthems. The heat black on my skin, I'm looking like a phantom. Good old boys call me Spook.